So this is heading up towards lizard petroglyphs. I put some field glasses on it, binoculars, and you can tell this entire cliff face up there has got petroglyphs. So we're going to walk up there and see what we can find. Or maybe you can't, I can. Right up through there is the lizard. Oh my giddy Aunt Nancy, I don't think you guys can see it. I know you can't. That whole panel up there is full. Big old petroglyphs. There's triangles, squiggly lines. There's a whole bunch of animals. It is just gorgeous. I'll try to get closer so that you guys can actually enjoy it like I can. Look at that. You can see them. Two big lizards. Looks like a man standing on top. Third, fourth, fifth. Just 6, 7, 8 lizards up there. I'll be heading up there in just a second. Apparently I'm not the only one who likes the view. So you can head down this way. I bet you there's more. And that's what it looks like up here. Oh wow. You can see right in here. Shows it really good on the camera. Another bighorn there. There's a man there. A couple of men, 3 men right there. Here's that original panel we came up by. I don't know, camera does get some pretty good details out of it. Those are hard to see because they're not really in the patina, because this is more of a southeast facing wall. So that particular panel doesn't get a whole lot of light. So you may not see it, but here's going to be a big reveal. This isn't the lizards, but it's petroglyphs. And again, they're pretty spectacular. Right there. Big old fat-handed. Kind of wonder, you know, dive-bombing plane. What are these 3 things right here? Kids? Sure. Now what do we pick up here? When I come over this way, you can see we got some collar pieces here, part of a man shape there. Oh wow. Now, here's one for Davis. See if I can keep this without falling off the mountain here. There is a lizard. You can see it up there. Somehow that guy stood on that little cliff face. Looked like a lot of it fell off, but still and all, it's a pretty hairy place to have to stand and peck out one little lizard. Good patina though. Now, I'm going to climb up here, show you the view that the guy had. And I don't know if I'm supposed to do it this way, but I'm going to do it this way. I like it. There I am. And that is some pretty cool looking stuff right there. I'm going to stop and see if I can't get me a picture. Just like anywhere else. Car pulled up. All that parking spot. And they parked 5 foot off my truck. Swear to God, people are afraid. Perhaps the creators of these ancient rock art designs were the Rembrandts and Michelangelos of the Fremont culture. Just as you would not touch the works of the old masters, thank you for not touching these. Well, I would agree. But here's the lizards. I just watched Big Bang Theory the other night, where they talked about rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock. Wow. That's got to be, you know, that one right there has got to be 3 foot across from head to tail. So beautifully carved. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of them right here. So we got, let's see, can't get my fingers in there. There's 7 of them. They're just stunning. These 3, these 2 up here, the man standing above them. And we've got them down there. Got to learn to move this and not move my hands. There we go. Down there. See if I can do this without killing myself. So there's the petroglyphs behind me. I'm going to have to see if I can't find some drone footage for those. Look at how spectacular those are. You can just see the wall. Goes out that way. So the trail continues. So bear with me, although I got to admit, this tree right here is pretty neat. And this one's kind of a neat one. So you come up here, and you can see where you got to climb up. And then there's one solo petroglyph sitting right there. Not the best workspace. A little tight in my opinion, but hey, they're probably younger than me. Or they're probably like Davis and enjoyed this kind of stuff where you climb. Now here's another panel. It's interesting, not in the traditional spot. Again, this is facing south, southeast, as opposed to a true south or southwest. Let's see. I'm going to get a little bit closer here. And it's interesting because I was watching a video earlier. You can see the necklace here. Well, here. You can see the crown up above it. You can see the waistband down in here. So this was a full man with a crown. And then you can see the spiral, which are always neat. And that's a nice pecked out piece right there. This camera actually shows quite spectacularly, a lot more than the eye can see. So again, there's one that looks like a face, but it's a necklace, eyes with the crown on top of it. Now, this is something I have not seen on the other sites. See some spirals, but you can see a teepee village. See some more spirals. There's a happy face. That could be vandalism. But there's a spiral right up there. Spiral down over here. But the teepee village. Now, you got to wonder, if you look out over this beautiful thing, considering there's a river right down there, is that where your teepees would have been? I mean, fish, water, arable land. We know that there's animals up here. We saw the poop. So that is pretty, it's a first. That's pretty neat. I like that one. I'm going to stop here and take some photos. Here's me for comparison. And there's the village. Necklaces, crowns, kings. It's a pretty big panel. And again, hold on, that's the view. Even back in the olden times, 600 to 1,000 years ago, it was all about location, location, location. Let's see, this one right here. And you get some little stuff. I mean, it's, without the patina, really difficult to see. Let's head on up. Trail keeps going. Oh, look at that one. Okay. Let's see if this thing shows it. See the spirals, man shape? There's actually a petroglyph. They've got the red ochre above it. Some very, very, very faint ones. You can see them right in there. So I'm going to walk up a little bit closer. We'll see. I'm kind of curious. This gets everybody sick, but for running dialogues, it works. You can see right in there. There's some more of the collar pieces with the necklace on it. Some faint pecking, so you know there was something there. Here's one. You can see a man shape right there. I'm going to go, there's an arrow, but I think that's a newer one. Oh, this is kind of funny. So you missed the forest for the trees. Can you see that one? Now that's an interesting one with the flat head, the hair coming down the sides, chest place, and then you got the chest piece right there, the mouth. You've actually got two eyes coming down. Okay, so that one's cool. I like that. Gotta pay attention to the rocks I'm walking on. people came up behind me and they're flying. They missed all the petroglyphs. I do like this. This right here is ancient beach. So you can see the seashore here. Oh, it's all wavy. And then you got some red clay and this green. It always turns green. I wonder if that's copper in there or what have you. But they all the petroglyphs seem to be in this kind of a zone here. It's like 3 foot of like a flood sediment clay on top of the sand shore bedrock. And you can see much different here. I'll have to look that up. Maybe do a voiceover. Ooh, practice that. Just give you guys some information. I see it everywhere I see petroglyphs. But it is neat. Okay, so I'm going to drop down. So there's a bird nest right up there. So if you look, you can see some old patinaed ones. This has got a little more patina on it because it faces up at an angle, catch more of the sunlight. And then this one, now you can see it's got some depth to it. So I gotta pay attention to where my feet are going. So the sun's setting out there. This is January. Haven't got a lot of snow. But by giddy Aunt Nancy, it is beautiful up here. So I'm going to continue, go back on the main trail and see what's up above. Because as you can see, it's a pretty nice trail. Because here is beautiful shot right through the trees and out over into the views. Okay, it's not the end apparently. The top is right here and I can do it. Don't tell my mama, but I got on my good shoes, so we're okay. Oh wow. So let's see. I think I'm going to pass this along to you guys. I mentioned the top of the world. And then carpenters came into my mind because, well, you know, I'm that old. And now I got that silly song. I'm on the top of the world looking down on creation in the only explanation I can find. And that's as far as it's going to go, folks. But that should put that little thought bubble in your mind for the rest of the day. For those of you I like, sorry about that. For those of you I don't know, hell, sorry about that too. No one should have to listen to me sing, especially that song. But we're going to go up here. I got a smiley face on my screen. Anybody know what that means? Well, all that for this. Got down here and realized I hadn't said goodbye. So this was the downward spiral of the trek. I just came from up there and up there. But I gotta say, well worth the trip. Really nice petroglyphs, well-maintained trails, little graffiti, slight trash. I enjoyed myself. Thanks for coming along. Hope I didn't put you to sleep.